The regulatory framework coming up for New Zealand is going to be interesting times for us. Initially, obviously, there's going to be a focus on the water quality aspects, but at the same time, we've got this looming future liability that's hidden underground. So we need to understand how we're going to meet the level of service expectations from a water quality perspective, and at the same time make sure that we reinvest in the infrastructure side of the thing so that we've got sustainability in our network moving forwards.
As we move into a regulated environment, the forecasting tool will help the sector in two ways. It shows where's the best place to spend money within a network, and also shows what is the appropriate level of investment. And more importantly, it shows the implications of different levels of investment.
The National Data Portal is part of Building Innovation Partnership Theme 1, and it is an attempt to bring together all of the data for the underground utilities in water. So that's the pipes, the valves, the chambers. We're trying to bring it all together into one standard and make it visible and available to anyone who needs to use it. It's really hard for councils to make decisions. The pipes and the valves and the chambers, they're all underground, they're invisible, and it costs a lot of money to actually find the information, collect the information. So when we can put it all together, we can make much better decisions on large data sets.
With subsurface utilities or water assets, we normally use risk-based models, and those risk-based models are used to make decisions on the frequency that you inspect your pipes. So a pipe that has a higher risk to the water network would be inspected more frequently than a pipe that has lower risk.
Dunedin City Council, we were seeking a way to demonstrate to our councillors and community the tangible change between cost inputs into our network renewals program and the level of failure and that sort of thing that we're having in the network. That had proved a really hard conversation to broach. We couldn't put facts around it, we couldn't put a level of detail around it that gave our councillors and community confidence that we were talking sense. The IDS water model took us from a space with our community where we could actually have a meaningful conversation about cost and risk and what a likely investment profile might do to the level of failure rates in the water mains, or vice versa, how we could potentially take those rates down by investing a bit more money.
Over time, the model even prompts you where the biggest data needs are to go and collect, and it becomes a self-learning model that expands over time.
It's quite user-friendly, it's quite easy and quick to be able to work out where your inputs and outputs are and how those things affect each other.
To ensure users get maximum from their data, we've partnered with Harmonic and Hastings District Council and developed an easy-to-use interactive dashboard. Through this, users can compare their DTIM's forecasted renewals with a purely statistically based analysis.
We are moving into an unprecedented level of change in the water industry, and regulation is going to be a really big part of that. Now, regulation is all about demonstrating how you got to an answer or how you got to an investment profile, and in this case, IDS is a really good tool for saying, well, here's our information, here's our data set, here's the process we put it through. It's all auditable and really clear, and that's exactly what auditors are going to be looking for. That's exactly what regulators are going to be looking for.
The IDS DTIM's model can help you doing that balancing in investing into the different level of service outcomes, and then also show the consequences if you invest in a certain strategy more or less, and looking at the outcomes in the future in 10, 20, 30 years from now.